Yeah, the shining golden signs. Let your inner sparking night. Find a treasure, growing bright. Reach your far away and take a flight. Lucky enough, at least.
All right, if you're ready, then I guess we can give it a whirl, shall we? Yeah, we're gonna talk about the background for Zawa's thing, which is I forget his name, but I know like the meme, I guess, used.
Yeah.
Right. I forget the original context for it, but yeah. Anyway, my background is of course.
It was I believe it was like New York, and the rent for apartments and was too damn high.
Too damn high, yeah, right. We'll definitely talk about what's too damn high, but the background for mine today is the great saber from the Fate series in another game that we're going to talk about today in this Hypecast 316. With yours truly, as always, Sean, aka Hawk525, with Zawa as my cohort. As always, we are back from our week break. A lot has happened, as you can kind of tell. If you know, you know, pretty much. But I try to have it a little condensed down for us to talk about the things that we really want to talk about, including the two fighting games, Switch 2, the Xbox, ZZZ, and even HSR, and all that fun stuff, and a couple of other new gacha games coming into the fray eventually. So, anyways, let's go right into the fighting games, the games of fighting.
This battle is about to explode.
Explosions indeed, because yes, Elena is finally been revealed. I figure is she out? I don't know. No, right?
No.
Oh yeah, this is June 5th. Yeah, okay. I figured. Okay.
But she might be playable in Evo.
Well, are you talking about Japan? Because that's coming before her release, because it's June 5th, and then Evo is, of course, going to be in August, like right in the beginning of August. So no, I mean I know what you mean. Like they'll have like I'm sure they'll have like playable booths of Street Fighter 6, and they'll have all the DLC characters by then. So let's just go ahead and go through the trailer, and then we'll speak our thoughts. Because I actually have not watched the full trailer.
Taking a life and giving life? Fighting and living?
That's a huge bitch.
Mm-hmm. She tall.
I wasn't looking to fight to the death.
Okay.
It's funny that my friend thought that this was a Persona song.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like it. But I like it.
Like, I had to do a double take, and I was like...
It's not like, you know, the bees. But...
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, she sounds just like her, the Street Fighter 3 iteration. That's cool. Damn. She looks good, yeah. She moves good. Oh yeah, I saw this, the classic costume. It's 1-to-1, pretty much, so yeah, I like it. Very nostalgic.
Like, there are certain characters and their costume that do translate well from pixel to
Yeah.
to 3D.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't notice the jiggles
Yes, I was about to.
on her thighs.
All her legs, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. It's also funny that she's beating up her best friend.
I know, right? Not only him, but DJ as well. Oh, I, the fucking the glass thing. Okay, so oh wait, hold on. Sorry. There's one last thing. Yeah, she heals. She does the healing again. Nightmares to be had.
And you see every every FGC player going like, shh.
Reliving the nightmares that is Street Fighter 4, Elena. Yeah, and that's the new artwork for the Fighters Edition, I guess they're calling it. Very, very generic, I guess. But I like the art. Look at that. Damn. You got Terry, you got Mai in the back. And then oh, you have Ryu and Chun-Li in the back. It's not Ken and Chun-Li because, you know, it makes sense, yeah. Because Ryu is the real poster boy. But I like the DLC characters in here. They got Ed, Rashid, got Bison, Elena, of course, Akuma. Of course, we got Aki. Don't forget Aki. Very cool artwork. Did you want to comment on her design, on Elena's design? That has come to full fruition.
I prefer her. I almost said Generation 1. Her OG hairstyle over this.
The hair is a little.
This hairstyle is fucking weird.
It's very weird. I get it. I that's what I kind of first thought. I like that rest of the outfit. That's not too bad. Yeah, but the hair is kind of like a little off-throwing.
To me, it should have been long, or in the style of Laura, but not the shave head part, but just like full hair, but less.
Give her more volume. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me turn it down to half speed. There we go. Just so kind of get to see. But she tall, man. Definitely tall, living up to the her lore. Yeah. It kind of reminds me, her hair kind of reminds me of like two Genshin characters, which they've been memed to have like bad haircut days, because like their bangs go like this diagonal. That's what it kind of reminds me of. But her movement though, holy crap, yeah, it's very smooth. Capoeira style, you know.
I think if they wanted to keep that weird angle haircut, why didn't they give like how Anna looks like? Anna's short enough.
Yeah. Maybe it's the fact that it's all white, whereas Anna has like a bit of like a streak to it, so maybe that's what kind of makes it less weird. Maybe, I don't know. That's me. I don't know. This is me. I think she has new moves, including like the dodging, like the what do you call it?
She, like,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say
Yeah, we're like staring at the
you can
moves.
see that when she does her kicks.
Yeah.
There's like wind picking up.
I like the effects.
So
yeah.
I wonder if in her story she meets up with Rashid.
At one point, maybe, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I like the effects. Her movement looks really good. Her costuming, for the most part, is pretty good. And I'm glad that, yes, they brought back the OG classic costume. Which I'm kind of surprised. I haven't seen too many, like, comments like, oh, this is too revealing or whatever. Like, I guess people don't care about Street Fighter that much enough to that capacity, you know. Let me see, anything else? Yeah, you have the OG costume. Yeah, this
And
really
it's just not like
shows.
that one what you call it, that one Street Fighter tournament where someone forgot to turn off their mods and it was broadcast
Yeah,
on
it was,
ESPN.
yeah. I think
And
it
they're
was like
like, oh,
I think it was like Chun Li that was that had
yeah, it was
that
Chun Li
mod. Yeah.
that had the mod, and it was like, oh,
Yeah.
woo, hi guys. It's like, mm-hmm.
That's the thing. It was on PC, yes, right? So I'm
Yeah, it was on
assuming.
PC.
Yeah, that's the thing about running shit on PC, man. Gotta be careful, man. Gotta keep it careful. That's where that's where the gooners go and relax.
I do like her level 1 has a lot of camera work.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
it actually uses space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, interesting. She used her chest. It's like soccer. Yeah, if it wasn't for this, the glass sort of effect, you know, the face splat kind of thing, her level 3 or whatever you call it, would have been a little more like vanilla. But yeah, we have that going on. So I like that little touch. It's so funny that it's Akuma of all people that gets the super in this video. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully we see more Third Strike people.
I kind of want to like make like this her stopping herself like this. I kind of want someone to animate like someone just going behind her, just whacks her on the head, and she just falls onto the flower.
Oh, yeah. Like a little blooper almost.
Yep.
And then yes, she does the healing. Well, although it's weird because it's an attack, and then she heals. So let's. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that actually goes. This will segue into this tab right here because of how that healing works, quote unquote. So let's see.
I'm sorry, did I just hear Kingdom Hearts?
No, is that funny that you say that because this is supposed to be like a Pokemon themed mod for Opera, and I haven't come to realize of how much they're similar with each other when it comes to Kingdom Hearts' select sound and then Pokemon's select sound.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny.
it's like, ding.
Yeah, it's a little different though. It's a little different. But I get why you say it like that. So here's their concept art. It's from Steam. You can see all the details and stuff like that. Pretty cool.
Again, it looks like in her concept art, the hair looks fine.
Yes. I guess it just doesn't
translate it to 3D. It's just like, what happened?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just weird, right? It's just always this weird effect of like, yeah, you would think it would work just throughout, right? But whenever you make it into a 3D model, just some things just don't work. They clash. And sometimes some people have to go back to the drawing board. So here's just several screenshots. I think she has some new moves and stuff like that, but let's go right into how her healing works. And it's funny how they worded it here. It says, and now the moment you've been waiting for. During Elena's level 2 super, so it's a level 2, a super art revival dance, she launches forward with a flurry of kicks and is invincible to all attacks on startup. If Elena is feeling a bit drained, she can forego some of the extra damage, and use her trademark healing to gain some vitality. So you can actually kind of like make it into either just a straight up attack or like more of a healing type of move. But my question is, how much are you going to get back? You know? And of course, it had to be a level 2 super. Yeah, because that'd be super stupid to be level 1. But anyway.
50%.
Yeah. 50% healing. Oh my god. Maybe like, I don't know, at most 25. At most 25% of your current HP or something. But hey, I mean, people are probably gonna go forego the damage and do some healing. Maybe. Level 3, yes. Song of the Grasslands. There's the stage, and here's the artwork for it. So that's pretty cool. In that high quality. Okay, so that's kind of the big gist of what I want to say for the most part. Other than, hey, bring back more Third Strike characters like Makoto. I want to see Ibuki as well, and then Alex, of course. Alex and Hugo, absolutely. I want to see Alex and Hugo duke it out in this type of setting. Especially
what if with Hugo they bring him?
Yeah,
and most of his attacks is a team up attack. You know, like poison just pops in as an assist.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, okay, that would be interesting. Yeah. Maybe. That would be pretty yeah. I have to see that in practice to have an opinion, but on the surface, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, Alex though, I want to see what they do with Alex, other than just like, hey, you know, bring all his V mechanics together from Street Fighter 5 and just, you know, let him do it. Let him do it willy-nilly. I would take that at that point. All right. Any other comments for the Capoeira Master? Are we good? Are we good?
Good.
All right. Cool. See, now you can hear the boop sound when I X the tabs. It was kind of funny. Okay. There is one last thing I wanted to actually show before we exit for another thing. It's a meme, but you'll know. You'll know. It is taking quite a bit to load. Okay, there you go. Oh, that's funny. Thank you, Twisted Rivera, for that one. Gotta love the out of context. This is from Punisher, right?
Yep.
Yeah. The out of context Punisher scene, which I believe it was supposed to be like super serious, right? Because that's the moment when Frank pretty much turns into Punisher, you know? I guess you could say.
Something happened in his house.
Something happened in his house. Yes. And then you just have like I forget what this is from specifically, but this is like, you know, European cop or security officer like, nah.
He's going meow.
Meow, yeah. I wonder what that context is, but whatever. It's funny, I guess.
He was taking a huge shit.
Right. All right. Speaking of huge, there's a huge prize pool.
Huge.
Yeah, huge. Anyway, huge prize pool or prize money for City of the Wolves that's coming up for their own official tournament or tourney. It says here from their official Twitter, the titles for SNK World Championship to 2025 a global tournament dedicated to SNK fighting games, have been finalized. City of the Wolves alone will have a total prize pool of $2.5 million. I gotta play this sound effect. Yes. The champion will walk away with $1.5 million. Not just 1 million, $1.5 million. So, again, you have to understand where this money is coming from. If you look into the SNK stuff, we've talked about it last time, and you can pretty much assume safely that it is coming from the stakes being held by the Saudi Arabian prince. They got a lot of money. They're gonna, but I mean, you could say that maybe Fatal Fury holds a sort of a special place in his heart or something. Maybe he likes SNK really, like that much, right? Maybe, and that's why he's pumping all that money into SNK.
Yep.
So I mean, hey, whatever reason, but that's kind of like why is it happening? How is that happening? So they got that Saudi Arabian money. Say what you will about your opinion with that whole thing, but that's what's happening here. And you gotta take it for what it is. There's the silver lining of giving Fatal Fury that attention, the screen time, spotlight, all that stuff, with the prize pool being that much. And yeah, it'll get a lot of eyes on this game in a way, because there is a lot of money into it. Reap what you sow, Any comments on the prize pool here for Fatal Fury or SNK World Championship? How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
What would that? Yeah, it's just Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And like, what will that winner do with all of that money?
I mean, yeah, if you ask the winner of one of the Street Fighter 6 tournaments, right, for Capcom Cup, essentially retired from fighting games and just using that to, show his fanboyism, let's just call it that, for VTubers.
I mean, yeah, it comes to that, like if you won like the lottery and stuff, there will be signs.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I mean, what would you do, Zawa, if you won this kind of money? So, winning the tournament.
Like, honestly?
Yeah, honestly, of course, be honest.
Use majority of it to pay off the remaining mortgage on my grandparents' house.
Good, yeah, that's cool. I'm behind that.
After that, try and negotiate with the contractors that I work at work to see if they can build upwards.
I'll add an extra story. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dang, so you're gonna like really invest into that house?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Okay. No, that's good. That's cool.
Because the house mortgage wise, if my grandma said it's true, about 10 more years total, then everything's paid off. So like again, if I won the lottery or have this, is like let's speed this up, grandma, by like a few like now.
Yeah, I mean, actually a similar thing for me. Like I would do some house related with it, pay off whatever remaining mortgage, and then also like fix up anything that needs to be fixed, right, for the house, and then I would actually keep the rest of that in my savings and just let the interest kind of add into it, and essentially that's it. Pretty much. Let the interest rate do the work and then all that stuff.
Yeah, build up. I mean, I can also be a dumbass and go like, I'll buy $1 million worth of Funko Pop.
Oh my god!
Hi guys.
Oh
But no,
my.
I don't collect Funko Pops anymore. I collect this shit. More expensive.
Oh boy.
And here, my new addition to the family.
Oh
Idiots.
yeah, the man, is that's the Nindoroids, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, damn, you got the
It's
Rocky
right.
Raccoon one. Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think
that's.
you can see him, but there's a baby Groot.
Oh, that's cute. I see it. I see it. Yeah. That was the thing about Funko Pops is that there was always something better out there than Funko Pops. No offense to anyone
Yeah.
who liked that.
It was just that Funko Pops were not really the poor man's, but it was the affordable collector's item.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like the easy like, oh yeah, this looks cool, and you just buy it, or cute, whatever,
But then you really get into the expensive territory.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nindoroid is like the more expensive premium one because you can like swap the faces out, you can change out the parts and like do different poses with them and like pretty crazy. And they are cute. Although I will say the one
they're
complaint I do have is that they are smaller than they appear.
Oh yeah. It's like, you think this fucking box makes them look big? 'Cause look, it's almost as big as my head, right?
Yeah.
But no, the fucker, they tiny.
Yeah.
They tiny as fuck.
But to be fair, they are tiny, but they have like the details that do kind of reflect the pricing, so I kind of get it. But still, it'd be nice for them to be a little bigger at least. But anywho, yes. Oh, there you go. There you go. He's out of the box for a little bit, almost. Gotta break the plastic, but yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Like for my Ninja Droid, I'm kind of waiting for myself to adopt my grandparents' display cabinets,
Mm-hmm.
so I can start taking them out and then just placing them.
Placing in there, yeah.
Same thing with because there's a big one in the living room that there are stuff in there, but I'm not gonna keep them when this house falls to me and my mom. I'm gonna keep some and either sell or give away. So it's like the top shelf will be like the Ninja Droids or some Funko Pops that are a complete set, and then the middle one is probably gonna be my Gundam models whenever I fucking get around there.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But yeah.
Funko Pop.
Are they still around? Because I heard that there's like that big news about like them pretty much falling off or whatever. But
I mean, they're still around. It's just, it's not as
they're not
big
popular. Yeah, they're just
anymore.
not popular. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just again comes down to people are actually spending more money for Ninja Droids, Kotobukiya if you really have money.
Right.
There's a Kotobukiya I want, but it's out of production. And the most cheapest one I saw on eBay was for $250.
Jeez, man. Damn.
And it's like, do I want this? How badly do I want this?
Right. Yeah.
Well, again, the question is, do I need it? It's like, no, I don't need it.
All right. Well, anywho, for the most part, we would spend our money on something house related, so that's like I would say pretty respectable. Gaji-kun bought a house when he won one of the Capcom Cups. So yeah, I think that's honestly like a pretty safe investment or very respectable purchase. Yeah, it's a fucking house. Like, yeah, like of course, So, good luck to anyone out there who wants to take part of this competition. And because it's 1.5 million, it's not just 1 million. After all the tax and stuff like that, I'm sure they'll still have millions worth, right? So they can fuck with, right? So that would be that is actually kind of nice. But yeah, take that as you will. Take that as you will. All right, so now we're gonna get into the more of the juicier parts of the news, especially in the frontline side of things. So let me go ahead and take us into it. Switch 2, ladies and gentlemen, was out for pre-orders, but then they're gone. They're like instantly gone. I actually kind of tried, but I got home a little late, unfortunately, so I missed out on that window. There was a moment where I thought I got it, but then like the site was like fucking crashing or whatever, right? Especially on GameStop. That was a huge fucking disaster on GameStop's part, unfortunately. And there were some lucky individuals that were able to get it through GameStop, but it looked like for the most part Walmart was like the best quote unquote experience. But I guess that's like a very case by case thing. But yeah, because a lot of people, from what I saw, a lot of people said, "Oh, Walmart came in clutch. Walmart came in clutch," and such like that. But the thing is, also to add on to this sort of pile for Switch 2 is that Nintendo came out with the statement that these will not be guaranteed for release date delivery. So, yeah, it says, "Thank you for your interest, blah, blah, blah. We are thrilled by the enthusiasm for Switch 2. Due to the very high demand, we are working diligently to fulfill orders as product becomes available. But delivery by June 5th is not guaranteed. Your invitational email may arrive after the Switch 2 launch. We'll confirm your shipping date upon purchase. If you want to increase your opportunity of obtaining a Nintendo Switch 2 at launch, please visit our participating retail partners above. If you want to continue waiting for your invitation from My Nintendo Store, no further action is required after registering your interest." So that's the option I went with, right? With the invitation thing. But yeah, it sucks that is a possibility that they are not going to be handing out those invitation emails before it launches. So yeah, it was tough, understandably. I mean, I'm sure some bots were being used and stuff like that, but I think for the most part, there's just so many people that want the Switch 2. I think that's what it really boils down to. So it's if you're lucky, you got it, right?
Yep.
Our friend Todd was able to snatch one up during not the first wave, but like this like random second wave or something that kind of like popped up, and he was able to get that one. So and unfortunately I was streaming at the time too, so I didn't even like think about it, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm not like I'm the only one who missed out. There's just a lot of people who have not landed their pre-order for the Switch 2. Any comments about the situation
with Switch 2?
Yeah.
Switch 2.
Yeah.
To me, it's like I don't know what people were thinking that this was not going to happen.
Right. This
Definitely
whole
going to happen.
Yeah. You wish for it, yes, of course, to be smooth as possible, but nah, man, this is just high demand. High demand, pretty much. It's so
much high demand, and it's just like, I know you want to be like that person to be ahead of the game to test out the system and stuff.
Yeah, you want to be like, it's like the whole iPhone thing, right? Like people want to like line up so much to be the first person and all that stuff. But it's an iPhone at the end of the day. It's a phone. As long as I can text, I can look at, I don't know, some social media websites is fine, YouTube, whatever. it's not like you're gonna be you're not gonna be any more cool, right? You know, but that's what they feel like. You know, the whole clout thing and all that annoying jazz. But anyway, but when it comes to Switch 2, I kind of get a little more because, you know, the games, right? But I think it'll eventually be in everyone's hands, right? I mean, at a reasonable day, you know. I'm seeing myself trying to get the Switch more towards the holidays than like on release day. But if I can get my hands on it, great. But you know, I'm kind of at the age where I'm like not so like thirsty for it nowadays. For these kind of products, because I'm already like doing something else. Yeah, I'm already doing something else.
When it comes, it comes.
Yeah, when it comes, yeah, it'll be here. It'll be here. It's not like Nintendo's like, oh, we're gonna cut off this date and no more Switch 2. You know, that'd be so awful. That'd be so fucking awful. I mean, that's what they did with the Mario Collection game, and that was of course fucking awful. But they're definitely not gonna do that with the Switch 2. Man, I don't know what kind of timeline we'd be living in if that was true. By the way, the pre-orders was definitely something to talk about, that's for sure. I heard that the actual lines for GameStop were pretty crazy, but the process itself, for the most part, at least at my end, were pretty smooth. Like there was no like fights or anything like that. But I'm sure maybe somewhere in the States, somebody got into some fight for the Switch 2 pre-orders, which would be stupid because it's not like you're getting the Switch right then and there. It's a fucking pre-order. But anywho, that is that for that part. So it sucks that even if you do get your pre-order, right, there is that possibility of not getting it day one or whatever, and who knows how long that will take if there is such a case for this to happen. And I'm wondering, when will my invitation email come in? You know, hopefully soon enough. But you know, I'm just kind of like bracing impact for the worst, pretty much. Okay. I don't think there were other tabs, but let me go ahead and click on this one just in case. Oh yeah, so this is kind of interesting. Sakurai, right? Guy who made Smash, directed Kirby games, big name, right? Big guy in the industry for Nintendo at least. But look what he says, according to Stealth here, translating, I guess. And this is from Sakurai's Twitter as well, in Japanese. But yeah, it says he was able to get a Switch 2 via lottery in Japan. Must be tough in Japan if the guy who made #3 best-selling game on Switch that sold 35 million units can't get one directly from Nintendo. He's even making a Switch 2 first-party game too. It's like, yeah, that's kind of like wild, right? Like you have your, not just your foot at the door, you got like your whole body pretty much. You're past the door. But he doesn't even get his own Switch 2 from Nintendo themselves. That's wild. And he got it from a lottery, dude, in Japan. I heard Japan's pre-orders were pretty bad. It was pretty rough, from what I was able to see or hear. That's pretty wild, man. Even someone like Sakurai doesn't have that sort of exclusivity access, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Or at least a fucking thank you, Nintendo.
Yeah, man.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, like a gift.
I guarantee you, the old farts, they have already, a Switch.
For their kids, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even if they didn't, they probably were like at the end of the assembly line going, like, just staring like, you will give me one, right? It's like, hi.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something, man. The Switch 2. The Switch 2 main. It is Nintendo. Okay. One more thing for Nintendo Switch 2. Apparently someone was able to get their hands on one. It says someone
the developer kit one.
Yeah, I think so. This like video of it right now. I'll cut off the audio just for the sake of things, but yeah. It looks like it's like a factory version or like a dev kit or whatever. I don't know what you would call it, but like yeah, the very first version before it even hits the market. Man, like straight from the factory, brother.
Yeah, but at least the person is showing the practicality of the magnets in the
yeah, like maybe how easy it is to remove it and stuff like that, or
remove it, and how strong.
Yeah,
I forget which YouTuber, when they went to like not the press release, but like the invitation only to try out the system.
Mm-hmm.
Like the guy was actually dangling the thing like this, and I was like, in my head, it's like, wow, that's pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
But then my other side of the head is like, drop. Do it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Yeah, you're more sadistic side of yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, like this side is like, do it for the vine. Do it for the vine.
Mm-hmm, for the vine. Oh my god! Wow.
I've been dating my fucking ass right now.
Yeah. But yeah. Somebody got it, I guess. I love the random fruit salad bowl thing right there.
I want that. I don't know where that person got it, but that looks delicious.
Yeah, pretty good, I guess. Yeah. Interesting.
And when you look at it, the face plates, whatever you want, the Joy-Cons, they look a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Just slightly.
Yeah. They gotta compensate for the people who don't got the baby hands. I don't have baby hands. My hands are more.
Again, everybody, thank God Nintendo's learning and following the rest of the world. That it's a C,
USB-C and
USB. Thank the Lord.
But also it's on top.
On
top.
On top and on bottom.
And on bottom. Yeah.
It's versatile, buddy. The best kind of person.
Mm-hmm. Nintendo, when they find this motherfucker.
I love all the memes that came after Nintendo coming for your ass.
Yeah. Yep. Oh man, that is funny. Well, good luck to those people who are involved with that, the stealing of the Nintendo Switch 2.
Like my favorite, I guess, meme for Nintendo's coming for your ass is the Captain America is like, so
yeah.
You took the factory Switch 2 from the assembly line. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll see how that turns out for them. Hope they enjoy it. Hope it's worth it for them for the little time they have with it. But anyway, Jesus Christ indeed, because Xbox or Microsoft dropped a bombshell when it comes to the Xbox fans. Right. Too damn high is a TLDR, because a lot of these prices are just ridiculous. Well, it's more on the consoles than anything, but some of the controllers. But yeah. The Xbox Series S, I think that's like 512 gigs or something, and that's what I'm guessing, went from $300 to $379.99. Almost $100 increase for the baby Xbox console. And then if you want to get the 1 terabyte version, it is going from $350 to $430. So that's another $80 increase right there. And then when it comes to the Series X, both of them are actually going up by $100 freaking dollars. So going from 450 to 550 for digital version, and then the 500 to 600 for the regular version. And I guess if you care about the Galaxy Special Edition, that's going from 600 to 729. So this is even a bigger price increase, because that's like 130 about ish, right? That's ridiculous. Any comments thus far with these price increases?
With these prices,
Yeah.
well, one, I know it sounds ignorant, but thank God I don't have one. Because again, most Xbox games do travel to PC at the end of at the end of the cycle.
Yeah.
Two, I think I feel happy for those who already has the
Xbox
system, and they're just staring at the prices, going like, "Ooh." I think the one that hurts the most is actually people that were planning to buy the second controller. And
Yeah,
such.
like they just got it broken or something, right? If it broke down or whatever.
Speaking of which, I need to buy a new one on this one, because apparently this button here is starting to go.
The right D-pad. Wow, that's so random. That is so random, dude. Wow. Gotta hate the fucking new controllers.
And it's also it's weird. It's only on Fortnite. There's a drift.
Yeah, maybe because it's a more of a sensitive game, which is weird. Of all the games to be that sensitive, is Fortnite.
Yeah, because when I look at my sensitivity when I play Marvel Rivals, it's a little bit high, but it doesn't drift. It's just like,
you also have to take into account of the dead zones for each of those games too. So you definitely want to, to like kind of alleviate it a little bit, maybe want to like increase the dead zone for Fortnite if that's the case. But even then, I don't know if that's gonna fix it, because those controllers suck butt.
hey. At least this controller feels much better than the fucking PS3 controller.
Oh yeah, oh for sure, yeah, no question. But like, in terms of durability, though, yeah,
durability. You want to talk about durability? Like, you drop the fucker and it still works. The PS1 controller, that fucker can live.
Yeah. I feel like the GameCube controllers are kind of like that, on that same boat too. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, man, it's a bad day for the Xbox fans, because this shit's not. This ain't gonna fly, man.
Yeah, this ain't Chief.
This ain't a Chief, Master Chief, right? And speaking of Master Chief and all that stuff, the first party games will be costing $80. It sounds like some of them, but for the most part, I think they're gonna try to get away with most of the, if not all of the first party games for $80. Yeah, and I guess there's a statement given to IGN by Microsoft themselves. It says, "We understand these changes are challenging, and they were made with careful consideration given the market conditions and the rising cost of development. Looking ahead, we continue to focus on offering more ways to play more games across any screen, ensuring value for Xbox players." So a lot of people are blaming on Nintendo and of course the tariffs and other such factors, but personally, I do think this was a long time coming. I think they've been looking forward to increasing these prices. It's just a matter of when is the good time to do so. And so happens, right? The tariffs are like the hot topic, even I guess even now. But of course with Nintendo as well, right? With their revealing the prices and whatnot. Yeah. They just happen to. But go ahead. You
it was like the Nintendo stuff. At least they were trying to, stay ahead of the not stay ahead of it. They were trying to make their product a little bit more affordable by moving, their production
Oh
into
yeah, for like Vietnam and stuff.
Vietnam. At least they were trying, but and they got again caught.
They got
Not with their pants down.
They got.
It was like. He's like, "Ah, you thought that you could escape me." I don't know why I went into that.
See, I would agree on that a little more, but I think there is a little more to it than that too.
Yeah.
I think there's more layers to it.
It was more, yeah. I'm just like cruising on surface level.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. But like, I think the thing is that, yes, tariffs do have an effect. Yes, some of these market conditions do have some effect. But let's be real. I think they're for the most part they are in full control. Like I would say like 95% or 90% in control of their pricing. Because well, first off, why are they doing this, right, for Xbox? And this was pointed out by Todd. I wanted to give credit for Todd for bringing this up, and I fully agree on it for the most part. And it's that yes, we know that the Xbox, these prices are very unreasonable. Like it's like, why even do this? Because no one, for the most part, should have any should have little incentive to get these Xboxes, right? When for the most part, their games also are on PC. Well, they're doing this to give a little more incentive for people to get, guess what is associated with Microsoft? The Game Pass, right? Now people are like, oh yeah, let's feel like we're saving money and have all this access to these games by doing Game Pass. Because I think that writing has been on the wall for a long time at this point, especially since Microsoft made the purchase of Blizzard and all that stuff, right? The big fucking buy, and they wanted to give more incentive of why they should go for Game Pass, right? Is to add those games onto the Game Pass. And then they're also trying to be one of those gaming companies to like be really all about the subscription based thing and also the digital games, right? Because they're in more control of the digital games than they would be with the physical stuff. And obviously physical stuff has also been under more control by this type of stuff, right? Because for the most part, the disc is not gonna have everything on the in there, right? Like you have to, once you pop in the disc, then it starts to download like the stuff from the server, So the whole thing about physical is becoming less and less and less of a thing, as much as I hate to see it. But it's like inevitable. We're moving forward in technology, quote unquote. But this is more about the corporation. They want to have all the control they want as much as possible. But they're trying to market it as if, oh, this is very convenient. You have all this access to these games, and your library, your physical library, isn't going to have that much room, right? Like you're not going to have all that space in your house, right? And all that in between. But they want to have that control. They want to have that sort of like the tug on your leash as much as they can, so you really don't have that sense of ownership anymore, really, if you really think about it. But hey, you can still play them, right? Like all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But that's what they're really trying to push for the long term. That's what I've not been seeing in the comments. That's what I've noticed. Like everyone's just like, oh, it's Nintendo's fault. Oh, it's Nintendo's fault. Oh, it's their fault. Oh, it's the tariffs, right? No, I think that this is what they're planning for the long haul, is to try to have them move to Game Pass more and more, because it's like a steady flow of cash, right? With the yearly subscription or the monthly subscription, right? and all digital, all that stuff. You know, it's kind of like a I don't know what the right term is for, but it's like one of those like outrage tactics, right? Sometimes companies like to make ridiculously expensive products to give you incentive to buy their cheaper products, you know, and they only make a few of these expensive products, so maybe they lose money like here and there, but they're not gonna make enough to be like a severe loss. It's for the consumer to be like, oh, I'll buy this one instead, right? It's almost like you're averting their eyes to this one, right? When they used that expensive product to do so, almost. And I think and it's nothing new. You know, there's been that sort of practice over time and with different companies, right? Very basic stuff. You know, it's like, oh, you know, why buy this alone when you can buy this bundle? And you say, you know, to conceptually save money, but what you're really doing is like, oh, you're actually giving them, it's guaranteed more money, right? Even with Nintendo in a way, because if you think about it, right, the Switch 2 is $450, yes, right, and Mario Kart is going to be $80. So if you buy the two separately, that's going to be quite expensive, right? Probably, I think it was like $530 or something, with no tax before that. But if you get the bundle, it's $500. So, but the thing about that is that the bundle comes with, yes, the Switch 2, but it only comes with the digital version of the game. So if you think about that, it didn't really cost them anything to do that. They're giving you a digital version. There's not any more physical stuff to ship out. If you think about that. So by doing that, they actually are cutting down their costs in a way. But at the same time, now you're paying $500 technically for the Switch 2, almost, right? Now they're guaranteed a $500 purchase from you, with the Switch 2 and the Mario Kart world. Oh, but separately, you know, Mario Kart is $80, right? So if I buy this, I'm technically paying only $50 for Mario Kart World. So if they can sell Mario Kart for $50 in this bundle, what makes you think, or like then how could they not do that for the standalone game? Right? That means they couldn't afford to do that, right? They're just so stuff like that. Sorry.
Grind your gears.
Yeah, but Todd also pointed that out on Nintendo side too. It's like they're making these parts expensive for you to think, oh, this bundle should justify this purchase. It's like, yeah, I mean, I guess technically we are saving money, but at the same time, they're now guaranteed $500 from you on that purchase. See what I'm saying? Like, what do you make of that?
What hasn't been said already throughout the net when they saw the prices rise and the lack of thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, greed.
Of course. Oh, absolutely. They are. For the most part, they are still in control. They say like, oh, it's the these market conditions, the tariffs, blah blah blah. I mean, yes, they do have some sort of effect, but they can still like afford to like afford those sort of losses, quote unquote, and still make money is the thing. Because they are, you know, multi-million or billion-dollar companies. They make money, like, you know what I mean? But they just want to make more money because they're a bunch of greedy fucks. That's, I mean, it's a simple way to put it, I guess. I'm telling you all, I hate gaming, man. I hate modern gaming. I hate it. You know, I wish we can go back to the simpler times.
More of we dislike modern gaming industries take what they
practices.
Practices, yeah, what they believe we the consumer want. It's like no. No. Like for Nintendo, the easiest shit that they could do, they won't do it. It's just re-release some of their old games.
Yeah.
Because again, like we don't need it to be. I mean, maybe not we, but some don't need it to be, you know, HD edition or high res. Just give us what it looked like freaking 20 years ago.
Yeah, like clean up a little bit, like, oh, you know, as long as it works, yeah, and then there you go, right? That should be all there is to it. We don't need a fucking like a Final Fantasy VII remake levels of like, you know, makeover and like that, you know. And like you know, Oblivion, right? Elder Scrolls Oblivion, that came out very recently. I'm sure it's getting some sort of praise, but and it's nice, sure, that it got that much of a makeover, but you know, sometimes if you spit that shit out there, people will buy it. It's as simple as that. People will just want to play it, you know. But the Nintendo gotta be all like, oh, but this and this and that. Why not play this? Right? This is the new shit. Why play this old shit? Right? But then when they do bring up the old shit, they gotta be like, oh, but it's a limited time purchase, or like this and this and that, or you can only get it through here, or like it's just all this extra steps or whatever that is just obnoxious, you know. But their business is all business, man. So if you think like, yeah, like, you know, they're not in control of these prices, nah, man, don't kid yourself like that, man.
Yeah.
For the most part, they are in control. If they can sell Mario Kart for $50, they can sell it. They can definitely sell it separately for $50. Because if it's really that dire, right, of a situation, they wouldn't do it. They absolutely would not do that. But separately it's $80. And then but if you buy the bundle here, it's technically $50 for Mario Kart World, and then, you know, plus the Switch 2 or whatever, right? I guess it depends on your perspective. Like, oh, maybe Mario Kart World is $80 in this bundle, but the Switch 2 then now is cheaper. It's like, which one is it, right? You know, it's the sort of chicken and egg kind of argument at that point. Either way, they purposely cut the prices in the bundle to make you buy with the $500, guaranteed. It's guaranteed $500 from you. And then, hey, of course, if you miss out, I mean, yeah, get the Switch for $450, and then separately buy the Mario Kart World for $80. They still get the then they get the $530 from you because you missed out. That's more money for them, right? It's just lazy. It's very scummy for sure. It all harkens with Nintendo selling these first party games for $80, and of course Xbox is doing it too. PlayStation, same thing. You know.
Yep.
But they want to people want to point fingers, right? They want just that one scapegoat to point fingers at, and right now it's Nintendo. That's all there is to it. All right, so we got these covered now. So I think we can move on from there. Let's talk about something we've been playing, of course. It's ZZZ with the new update with Vivi and all that stuff. But very unfortunate that the voice actors for at least Coletta, Grace, and Rena have been replaced in the English side of things. Which, again, not the first time someone being replaced. It's been happening constantly. Did you take a listen to their voices, their new voices? With these characters?
Yeah, I have. So it's funny. Grace, the VA they got pretty much sounds the same.
Same-ish, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rena, you can tell that they're not as mommy-like. Like how
Yes.
they sound more of a, as someone put it in the comments that I was watching the the video of. She sounds more of a secretary now.
That's actually kind of
like,
funny. I didn't really think about that.
And then Coletta, you can tell that, yeah, she's trying, but she's not hitting the same like fiery, attitude that the original.
The angst, the anger, the short-temperedness. Yeah, I can definitely. It's very night and day. Yeah. I mean, call what you will for people who don't like English voices or whatever. They're especially with Coletta, because some number of people have found her annoying, right? Whatever it is, what it is, but it's just super different, and it's such a contrast from their first voices, because they essentially established, right, that these are the characters, right? What they sound like in English. These are the notes to take, right? Essentially. Yeah. But these things happen when you replace somebody. They just don't quite, either don't get it, or they wanted to put their own spin to it, or the director just like wants to take it to a different direction for whatever reason. These things happen, unfortunately, right? So, and sometimes it works out, but sometimes it doesn't. And for I'd say at least 2 of the 3, that didn't happen. But even Grace, I feel like also sounds different in like a kind of way. Like I don't want to sound like, oh, these new voice actors are detrimental or whatever and like that. But like it's just, it didn't sound the same. Of course. That's what kind of like is unfortunate about these situations. Because in this specific one, a lot of these first voice actors or whatever, they're the initial voice actors are, or were maybe, were partaking in the strike that's been happening still with SAG-AFTRA. And, they have their reasons, I'm sure. But that means they're not in their space. They're not like fulfilling their role. So the studio got to do what they got to do to fulfill their business. So they got to replace them. So that's what happens. Or that's what's been happening in this situation. But the whole SAG-AFTRA thing, that's a whole story of itself. But essentially it boils down to SAG-AFTRA trying to like wrangle a lot of the projects to be going from non-union to union projects, including Genshin. Because Genshin obviously is a big name, right? That makes a lot of money, but it's non-union. And in my eyes, it seems like they want that, they want to be a part of that. They want to be part of that circle. So they want to wrangle them in, which of course gives us an incentive for all the other actors to join the union. What they got to do to get in the union, they got to pay up fees every month out the ass. And you better hope that you get enough work too, man. It's ridiculous. I mean, yeah, maybe these union projects will pay you more, but how often are you going to get these projects? That's the thing. You know, how often are you going to get the role? I mean, I'm not a complete expert. Don't get me wrong. Right? Maybe, you know, hey, I don't know how things work, I guess, right? Because I'm not a voice actor or whatever, part of the union at that. But from what I was able to gather, that's the thing. That's the catch.
Yep.
And it's weird because, and unfortunate because this initial strike, or the premise of the strike, was initially for AI protection, but now it's like all these other things too. So, it didn't help that a certain voice actress or two were very unhinged, very unprofessional towards their peers, very just emotionally driven, and just could not convey words correctly, just utter like just unprofessionalism. And in turn, it drove away people to support the strike for the actors and actresses, which is unfortunate. Like they're fucking up, they're fucking things up, you know, in that turn. And then what's even more telling is that Genshin very recently put out a trailer for the new version coming up, and by default, even on the English channel, the voices in that trailer were Japanese, of all things. It wasn't even Chinese. It was Japanese, you know. So that is really telling me that they're trying to move away from it, and they're gonna try to see if they can replace a number of these VAs, including Paimon. You know, of course, Paimon is like the most talkative character in the game. Like, she literally just like recites like the lines and repeats like the plot points to make sure you understand it. But it just bloats the dialogue. It wastes more time, you know, and it doesn't help that her voice is particularly on the more annoying side, as a lot of people have said. So it all like adds up too. And then, you know, that VA has been showing signs of that behavior in the past, even before this whole strike thing was happening. So it's just a whole mess. It's affecting not just Genshin, but HSR, and also here in ZZZ. It sucks because, like, when you are trying to listen to these English voices, especially right now, these characters are going to get replaced, right? The voices are going to get replaced. So you can't like attach yourself to these voices because of that possibility. And sometimes, yeah, like, you know, you were experiencing like you're trying to listen to Lycan, and then he had no dialogue at one point.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what was that experience like? Trying to listen to English voices.
It was more of like, okay, he's not speaking. Turn on the imagination mode and just go, you know, like, or sometimes I just had to go with it, with the flow. Just go, okay.
You had to put up with it, yeah.
Talking.
Mm-hmm.
Silence. Talking. Talk, silence, talk, silence. I'm like, okay.
Right. Yeah, it's jarring, isn't it? It's not great, right? Same thing happening in HSR. Same thing happened there, and then Genshin, of course, also. The voice actress for Venti in Genshin has been kind of like vocal about it, but she's more like, yeah, the strike is not what you think it is, unfortunately. And in fact, the union sent her letters like like, hey, you know, if you don't do this, then this will happen. Like, it's kind of like more like a threat kind of thing. So there's a lot of like suspicious things coming from the union and the people involved in it. So it's been a whole mess and a half. I hope it works out eventually and we can just move on from it, right? I mean, I listen to voices in Japanese for the most part. That's just my preference from the start, but you know, I can sympathize because it's like, you know, I want to sit down and experience a quality product, and if we're gonna have this shit happening, it's like, well, that's like, what the fuck, you know, what's going on here? This isn't a complete product. You know, I put my money into it, especially at this point, so I want to have the best experience possible. And the English voice enjoyers aren't getting that because of all this. And yeah, man, it's got a lot to do with the union, got a lot to do with the actors themselves, you know, especially when they make that choice. And you know, when they get replaced, some of them get mad about it. Like, hey, I mean, I'm sorry. I understand you want to take part of the strike because that's for your beliefs and stuff like that. You want to look out for your fellow actors, but you can't get mad at, you know, certain people that you can't get mad at your audience. You can't get mad at the person who replaced you, right?
And you cannot get mad at the, you know, the people that hired you to do the what.
Yeah, because you made that choice. I get it, but you made that choice too. So it's like that catch-21 kind of thing, or catch-22, whichever it is. But anyway, again, I hope things work out for all parties. But you know, at the end of the day, Hoyo is just gonna replace them, whoever they feel like replacing. But I will say that some actors do deserve to be replaced because of their very, very unprofessional behavior, especially during this strike.
Yep.
I mean, I've been saying it, man. Like, English voices and Hoyo is so fucking cursed, man. It's like oil and water. Like, if it's not about the strike, it's something about something else, man. I remember talking about having us talk about the Tinari stuff, right? That voice actor was, you know, pretty much grooming and being gross with younger audiences and fans, but he got replaced immediately like that, you know. So stuff like that, man. It's just something about these English voice actors, man. I don't know, man. They just don't know how to keep their hands to themselves or keep their mouth shut and, you know, not be gross or whatever, man. It's wild. It's wild. But let's talk about 1.7, right? How did you feel about the story for this one? Because there is something to unpack here. At least.
The initial part of the story, you know, it was fun to see the exes fight.
Yeah.
And then when you finally got more screen time with Vivian, I'm like, oh my dear. It's like, my dear, come here. Why? Here's a towel. Oh, why? You dripping everywhere. Clean yourself up.
Yeah.
It's like I can get thirsty too, honey. But you the ocean right now. You drowning me.
Yeah, especially there's that one part where Lycan was like, you can have a +1, Vivian, and she's like, oh.
You know, like, but again, in my canon head, my faith, Lord Faith, and will be like, sorry, Vivian, I'm taken. By who?
Yeah.
Pointed like
Yeah.
it's like by two people. What? Here's my boyfriend, and here's my boyfriend's ex, who is now my boyfriend.
Wow. Oh, that's funny. Wait, who's your MC? Is it Bell or Wise? Which one?
Wise,
Oh, okay. All right.
bro. I want Wise to be gay in my canon.
All right. Okay. All right. No,
That's why when he
I
goes
get
into the new area, he's gonna try date the panda,
Oh my god.
and then he's just gonna
Man.
see Ben like at the window going like,
Oh, damn. He got competition now.
and I would be like, no one said that you had to stay outside, Ben. Come in.
Oh my god. Yeah.
But overall, I'll give the story, if you put it as a like a rating and stuff, I give it an 8 because
Yeah.
I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for like mob stories, mob stories and
Yeah, with the Ravenlock, the whole thing.
semi revenge stories,
Yeah.
Even though this was like the most a tame version of revenge stories. But
Yes. Yeah, you can say that, definitely. My only gripe about sort of more towards like the climax part was so Camille pretty much offed herself so that it would give some sort of like wake up call to Dina, but Dina was already gone. Like she was already like
yeah,
off the
he
hit.
pieced out. Like she
pieced out.
didn't even care.
She didn't even care. So that felt like very, very pointless. Yeah, very shoehorned or whatever.
He was like, "I'm doing this all for you." It's like, what? You just see like the outline of that body. It's like, bitch, not there. Who are you talking to?
Yeah, like Dina was already like committed to doing what she desired to do, but community is like, oh, but maybe if I, if I, what do you call, what's the right term for it? I mean, not redeem, but like, you know what I mean, like, she essentially sacrificed herself because she felt guilty of accidentally killing her dad, and then she like took care of her over the years, and then you know what I mean, like I guess she wanted to try to pay her due because like she took a life, so she'll give her life. I don't know, like that kind of thing. But then Dina's still like,
And then
yeah.
Didn't give two flying fucks.
Right.
It was pretty much like Dina's just going like, "I'm doing this all for you." And Dina's just going, "Yay!"
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that one scene with I'm just gonna call it the cult scene. I was like,
Yeah.
it's like this is gonna end really bad in 3, 2, 1. And
Right.
there it is.
Yeah.
Like, congratulations, everyone.
Well,
We
even
made it.
Who
Would have thought that this was gonna happen? Not gonna happen.
Yeah, I think a lot of the plot line or the plot points tend to be pretty predictable. I mean, which is fine as long as it's pretty entertaining, but it's very it feels unoriginal, let's just say it. Let's put it that way. But
Unoriginal, and it was playing safe.
playing safe, yeah.
I mean, again, nothing's wrong with playing safe. It's just that, don't play too safe. Like, jump off that building.
Oh yeah. Take a leap, right? Yeah. But
Leap of faith, motherfucker.
yeah. But even after that, sorry, what were you gonna say?
It's like, I'll catch you.
Oh yeah,
Somehow.
Yeah. I was about to say though, even after that moment, right? Dina does the, she injects herself, turn into the ethereal, whatever. Like in the artwork, it looked like her, right? Like it makes sense. Her form was like, she had a little bit of her hair left still, but like she was an ethereal, but or however you want to pronounce it. And then, but then like when you're actually fighting her, it's like this almost completely different thing. I'm like, wait a minute, this is what she became? This is her, right? So I was like,
who you?
Yeah, who you? Like what? So I was confused by that, but okay. And then, at that point, I'm like, all right, let's finish this, right? Then that happened, right? With Vivian actually doing it herself to save Faithin, right? And it looked like she was gonna die, but then your MC, has the plot convenience of like, oh, I unlocked a new power now, I can heal people, from the ethereal effect or whatever. Yeah, healing. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, funny. It all goes back to Elena, but no. Yes,
I kind of wanted, like, when that scene happened of the healing, I kind of wish that it didn't. Like they were too late because she was already gone. I kind of wanted Vivian to die to kind of like show like, yeah, this world is kind of fucked up when you really look at it.
Yeah, but Hoyo been playing the softball game, so the only time they the only time they really went in on that was Impact Third. Like a lot of characters died, like the playable characters fucking die in that game, brother. But something about, I don't know, something about these modern ones, man. It's just, they're like, well, if you're a 5-star character, you're safe. It's more on the A ranks and the 4-star characters. Yeah. You don't have guaranteed safety.
Like you did, motherfucker.
Yeah, possibly, but yeah, but yes, you have powers. You can control the ethereal energy, right? You can essentially are kind of like an antithesis of the ethereal energy, if you will.
Yep.
So in time, right, like, are we gonna be able to like just delete all this like ethereal stuff, the what you call the void, Yeah. Now it's at least moving the story more forward quicker than expected, I say, because Genshin was like really slow in a sense. That's because like I think it was till like around version 3 or like even 4 maybe that you find out more juicy details about yourself and your sibling, of how you're like what you're like in this world, essentially. And basically you're like a deviant. You're like a you have like a any like computer program, their codes. You're like the outlier. You're like the deviant in that code. And like there's a lot to do with the code thing. It's weird in theory, but not officially confirmed. But it took a long time to like get there. Whereas here in ZZZ, now you're like, oh, you're that deviant. You're the antithesis. You can fight against this overarching evil force already. Now you just have to train to do so. So I mean, yeah, we'll see what that goes. We'll see what that goes for sure. How do you feel about like how the Hugo / Lycan stuff wrapped up for you? There's a whole like section on that.
Yeah. Like that. I'm gonna call it the drug, because that's pretty much what it was. The drug section. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, okay, so obviously because Lycon has heightened hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he must have been hearing like freaking Hugo thrashing about in that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and he had to like compose himself because I bet you like people are like walking by Lycon and they're like, and you just see him like fidgeting. It's like, you okay, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's just the wind.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's blowing, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did I say the wind? Shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Hugo
Again, like just seeing Hugo, which was a really like interesting way of showing his dark side was through the bamboo.
Yeah, they kind of tend to cut some corners, so they try to like use models that already been used. So yeah, but that was a very funny way to do it. Like they could have literally just did the what do you call it? Like the boss versions of like certain characters, like they're all like just black and they have like the red eyes. They literally could just done that, but they, for some reason, yeah, like you said, like they used the Bangbu of all things to represent the Dark Hugo, his dark side. So I couldn't like completely take it seriously because of that. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what they do at times. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty interesting, and now they're like, they made up pretty much for the most part. But when when Lycan finally opened the door, and you can like see the floor like all like scratched up and everything, it was like damn, shit.
I mean, my dumb happy ass was there. I was like, wow, someone had fun in here. Why wasn't I called? And you just see them both staring at me. He's like, this is your idea of fun? He's like, honey, you don't know.
Yep.
Woman.
Yes, woman. Sorry, I was trying to bring up the newer characters that were drip marketed into ZZZ.
Oh, yeah, speaking, like, her little, like, what?
Bird?
1 minute of,
Oh.
Yeah, 1 minute of, not fame, but just...
Oh, her appearance, yes. That's right, yes. Okay. Go ahead.
I was like, when I saw her walking, I was like, wow, please do not tell me that somewhere in, down that story hole, you are somehow the template for Anby and the clones. I was like, I swear to God, if you outright says like, oh yeah, these are my children, I'm like, done.
Yeah. It is funny of how similar she kind of looks with Anby. And maybe there is something to do with that later on. But yeah, for now, it's just kind of funny. How did you feel about her? Yeah, like her sort of inclusion in this story.
Kind of out of nowhere. Because, she just appeared like... I mean, she did explain why she was there, but it was like... It wasn't like no build-up. We didn't actually like see her in the background, maybe like travel, just going like...
Well, I mean, the only thing we got was just words like, oh, we have a special agent or investigator that's Void Hunter ranked that's going to be there or whatever. Then there you go. That's how they
we didn't see her like in the background, just going like, oh, so this is the city. Where did they say again? Oh yeah, maybe this way, just like a random like, I'm a lost child, let me fucking find
maybe
you.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe they wanted
I wish the ink effects was a little bit more inky.
Yeah, I get it, because they kind of look very like energy based rather than actual like ink, if that makes sense.
Ink,
yeah, but interesting, I kind of sorry. Interesting that I was able to get that right, I guess. Yeah, like that she does work with ink, right? I previously said, I was like, oh, it looks like ink, and then yeah, there you go, this ink. And like, you know, the whole her introduction, how she fights, and like it was all cool, but like it was funny when she did the whole like cool guys don't look at explosions moment. Like throws the thing and it just so, I laughed. I couldn't help it, man. This shit was ridiculous. But
she was also using a lot of I forgot what they're actually called. The sutras, the
talismans. Yeah. Those
so
little
instead of like the whole like got badass guys don't look at explosions, I kind of wish she grabbed one of the ethereals and put the talisman on their forehead and then just shove them away.
No,
and then, like just give that extra like little like
pizzazz.
Yeah, I'm a bad bitch. I'll show you how.
The little
like,
pizzazz.
okay.
Yeah. She's funny though. I like her.
Then, yeah, and then the bird.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why in my fucking head I wanted it to speak and I wanted it to sound like I forgot the bird's name in Devil May Cry 5. Just have that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Although unfortunately,
that's just me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because wasn't there like a bird and some other animal or something? It was like because like when you control V.
Oh, it's a
yeah.
Yeah, because I think her old. Sorry, I spoiled my ass because someone showed like the dev kit, I guess.
Oh yeah, the footage. Yeah, the footage.
Yeah. She summons a phoenix. That's all I know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's pretty. Make sure the phoenix sounds like Iago.
Mm-hmm.
If he was still alive.
Yeah.
Or not Iago. Make it sound like keep forgetting its name. The robot chicken from Sonic.
Oh yeah. I forget.
See that thing going. It's like, is your bird okay?
Mm-hmm.
Don't acknowledge it. Just don't.
I like the moment when you do meet up with her in the Lumina Square. And she was like getting approached by a bunch of people, like, oh, read my fortune, and then she was like, she was like, oh, I have a spell for this. All right, everything's expensive, take it or leave it. And they're like, nope.
And everyone's like, wow, I kind of wish there was that one person still in line. She'll be like, did you not hear me? Credit card, bitch.
Right. Yeah. Put on my credit card.
Oh shit! It's like, oh shit! It's like I have no limit.
Yeah, they have like a PayPal like equivalent in ZZZ. That'd be pretty funny. She's like, oh, all right, I'll do it, I guess. No, she's funny though. I like her sort of stoic, but at the same time like very offhanded, like random shit that she does. So I think they'll make her even more funny in 2.0 or whatever.
I kind of want to hear her. I mean, it's a wound that healed, but it's still there, and it's not done by Jennifer Hale. Who by the way is a great voice actress. But if she did not screw up, I wonder how Gion would sound if it was Bayonetta's VA. Original Bayonetta.
Right. But wait, I'm sorry, which character? Her. Ishuan?
Mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So you're wondering how she would sound with Helena Taylor.
So just like, Helena Taylor.
Taylor.
Just try and like imagine it's Bayonetta in ZZZ.
That would be nice, yeah. But unfortunately, I think she's out of that.
Shit happened.
Yeah, because of that happened. Ugh, Such a shame, man.
Well, again, maybe.
Maybe down the line when the heat cools down or something. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe when everything like subsides, I don't know. People forget, whatever. I mean, it's not like the worst thing, but it's very just disappointing to see that happen. It's just essentially it's just involved with money, and it's like, all right, business is business, but you did lie, or half truth, whatever, right? But yeah, it's kind of a shame. But anyway, let's take a listen.
The most opportune moment was yesterday. It is the duty of mystics like ourselves to protect and to seek.
It's nice though. Yeah. English voice is nice. But then besides each one, a certain panda and tiger have made their appearance.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Berkey.
Yeah. That's so funny. That's fucking compound, man. Oh, that movie is like, I don't know, man. It left way more than it should have. Oh my god. Fucking Taco Bell. Mm-hmm. Just Taco
Bell,
Mm-hmm.
Neosporin, the aliens being French.
Yes. The tongue. Yeah. The fucking, I'm the one bleeding, therefore I'm the victor. Which makes me the victor. Oh man. Oh, what a time. What a movie that was. Alright, sorry. Let me bring up also.
Beat him, fight anybody, even a child can beat him.
No, even a child. Yeah. Oh man. Just said it like it was, man. Oh yeah, let's listen to Pan Yin Hu, which previously it was like Pan Yi Hun with the N, but just Yin Hu.
Very good. You look full of energy. Come. You must be hungry. Oh, what would you like to eat? I'll cook something.
Sir, that line is going to invite a lot of things that you don't want knocking at your door. He's like, what do you mean? Oh god, they're here. Who's here? The furries.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we got the panda, man. Panda's here. So he's going to be physical and defense. And we're Ishuan, forgot to say, is going to be ether for the most part, but she will be a brand new class called Rupture. I think it's going to be called. I think in previously it was like thought it was going to be Annihilation. I was like, oh fuck, like damn. Mm-hmm. But now it's going to be, I think, going to be called Rupture, which is a very like what does that mean? You know what I mean? Like doesn't give off anything.
Yep.
Yeah. So I have no idea what she's going to do. And she's going to be also like she's going to have a variant of ether, so kind of like how Miyabi works with ice. It's like frost or something, frostbite. She'll have oh god, I forgot what it was called, but anyway, that's kind of like the equivalent.
I think it was like Afterfire or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Whatever it is. But anyway, she's going to be, either way, a very, very sought after unit to pull for, from what it looks like. Yeah, and then Panyi, physical defense. And then we have Jufufu.
I'm a senior of Swabian Temple, Tiger Thyron Jufufu, the righteous heroine Master Ju. True heroes stand tall for justice.
Yep.
I'm the better Nekomata. It's like, ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oof.
Them fighting words.
Yeah, fighting words. She's going to be a fire unit or fire type with stun or impact, whatever. So fire stun. She uses a ball and chain kind of combo with the claws. It's a pretty.
I'm trying to
God damn it.
think like it's like wife. Bruh, she's 15.
She looks 15, but we're not sure. We're
911. What's
your emergency? Yeah, yeah. That's
it's like
yeah.
I know 911 what's emergency. Somebody who wants to be in jail.
That's what I hate about Hoyo. It's like they just like, bro, just say the age. It's like, god damn it. But like, it's funny, you know, because like Coletta, she's short, but she's supposed to be like an adult. That's why she gets like pissed off, like she's gets treated like a kid.
Yeah,
you know, because she's
and then
super short.
What's her name from Son of Caledon?
Oh, Lucy or Piper, right? She got the whole grandma
Piper's
thing.
Fucking old as fuck.
Yeah, she's supposed to be old,
It's
but
like what's
what's your secret?
Yeah, it's just like how old are you? It's like how old are you? Oh, I'm only in my 30s, and it's like fuck you, bitch.
I mean, she speaks like a grandma, so I don't know, man. She got something going on in the background, man. Maybe she is a grandma, or just role playing or LARPing to be a grandma. I don't know. Who knows? But anyways,
No, she is actually like an old lady, but she's like Genkai from Yu Yu Hakusho.
She's just wearing like a that's like her form. Yeah, change forms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So we got the 3 Yunkui summit units. Oh yeah. In case you didn't know about Pan is a rank agent. Again, because you know, a big hint is when they do this drip marketing stuff, you look for their animations or lack thereof. So if they don't have the animation, they're A rank. But then with Yishuan and Jufufu, they have the indication of being S rank. All right, and then because though I believe Yishuan was first, yeah, she was first. So that means she's going to be coming into 2.0 right away. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately for some people, depending on how much stuff you got saved, you know, for the chromes. Now I don't know about Pan. I don't know if he's going to be part of Ishuan's banner or Jufufu. But wild guess. I think he'll be part of Ishuan's banner.
I kind of also wanna maybe not take a bet, but try to see like, are they gonna do like how they did with Miyabi and stuff?
Oh, maybe have them for a long time.
No, not a long time. The freebie.
Oh, the freebie.
Like
oh, like you mean? Oh, yeah, you mean with Asaba? Yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of like that.
Because to me, I think 2.0 would be like another good like jumping point for them to give a freebie unit.
Yeah. Right. I get you.
But I know they're not gonna give Jion. I know they're not gonna give her freebie, so it's probably gonna be Fufu or Pan. Which one would you say would be the freebie?
I mean, if we're gonna go off of these two, yeah, probably Jufufu would be the free unit if they're going to.
Or Pan. I want to say Pan would be.
Pan, Pan would be free for sure because he's A rank. If they're gonna do that route, they're probably gonna give
unless Hoyo is nice, it's gonna be like, no, here's your free S rank. It's like, oh,
yeah,
well, thank you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, they did give out a free Pulchra, so yeah, they'll probably likely give out some sort of A rank agent during the 2.0 version somewhere. Maybe Pan Yinhu or whoever else, you know.
Or maybe the mouse Tyrant.
Oh, maybe, huh? Or you mean what was it? Wait, was it a mouse or are you talking about the rabbit? I know there's a rabbit one, but
They're rodents. I
rodents.
am
Oh,
in the same
oh
in the
no,
same fucking.
family.
I am.
Oh, the kingdom, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're part of the same animal kingdom.
yeah. Huh. Well, either way, we got some cool units coming into the 2.0 right away. So I think that's just about it. Do believe. Oh yeah. Let's take a look at the chart now. What things look like. Yeah. So you can see Ishuan's symbol. It's like a little different from all the ether stuff. Kind of like with Miyabi, she has a different thing. But now she has her own category, which is quote unquote rupture. And then defense, physical. Now you see Pan in there, so that's pretty nice. When it comes to A rank stuff. And then, look at the fire impact now, right? On fire stun. Now I got 3 units that are S rank. Pretty crazy. So we're still lacking on the ether defense and ether stun. And then the physical support right here as well. And then same with, of course, frost, or ice defense, rupture, everything else. So I really wonder, like, who's going to make it also into the rupture class as well. And who also will get more, additions, right? So, anything else? Any comment on this chart? Anything related?
I to think like, what kind of weapon ether and ice could do for their defense character.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I
what
kind of want to say for ice, the easiest way is just the character makes walls, ice walls.
that's like a safe bet. Yeah.
The most easiest.
Mm-hmm. But ether is the more, I would say, the more interesting one. Like what weapon could they like convey defense, right? The most.
I was gonna say like barriers made out of ether.
Okay.
It's just like hovers. It hovers over them.
What if he did, or they did it like Bartholomew, like from One Piece? They're like this. The finger cross. That'd be so funny. That'd be pretty cool, actually. They do a very big One Piece reference of all things. Physical support. I mean, that's like a weird toss-up. I don't know. Yeah. Ether impact, though. Who would that be, right? Maybe one of the I don't know. Maybe one of those, like, the idols, right? The angels of delusion. Probably one of them is going to be an ether stun, perhaps. Yep. More and more, this chart is going to be more expanded upon, I guess, over time. Of course, we'll see. All right. All right. So, it is time to talk about the other big thing that's relating to us in a way. Because once upon a time, we both did play Fate Grand Order at one point. In Fate, Stay Night particularly, I guess plus Unlimited Blade Works is in collaboration. Well, it was announced like way back when, right? But now the actual reveal happened during the concert as of very recently. All right. So right away we have Saber. Look at how she looks. Look at her design. It's actually kind of an original design. Got it right here. Full art work and everything. Any thoughts right away with the initial design? What do you think of Saber?
She looks more imperial because of the fluff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the little flutter, the skirt. She got the tights on, of course, the leggings.
But if you scroll down,
yeah,
if you scroll down to her full art,
yes.
who's the unfortunate soul back there that got hit with Excalibur?
right. Yeah.
Was it Lancer? Did you fucking Excalibur Lancer?
Yeah, that's why he's not in the game. Yeah. And it's funny because like, look at her pauldron, right? What does that look like? It looks like her chest armor. It was like a miniaturized version.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I just noticed that right now. I'm like, oh yeah, wait a minute. It's her chest armor, but it's on her shoulder now. It's a pauldron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, yeah, she's like not wearing chest armor in this time, which is interesting. Of course, Excalibur, right? Yeah, it's very Saber-esque. I like the blue and the white, of course. I think they did a pretty good job of making like, Fate-ish, but also Honkai-ish as well. Okay, and then she is Wind Destruction, which means she is going to be an AoE unit. Of course. Kind of appropriate, makes sense. Some people were like, hey, why air? Or why wind? Well, I mean, at one point she had the invisible sword, right? That was made of air. So that's likely what they kind of pull that from. So, not only that, we have Archer here. Archer is also in the game as well. Trying to see if I can find a bigger picture of Archer. Let me see. Archer. Hopefully, we don't find any. Oh yeah, there we go. Boom, right there. So, what do you think of his design here?
Can you blow off his face?
I'll try. Okay.
Thank you. You know what? Give him Rebellion. That's fucking Dante already.
I mean, it's still Archer for sure.
Yeah.
But it does have its subtle differences. The what do you call it? His chest. It's not a chest armor, but it's like a undershirt or whatever. And then you have the jacket, the coat with he has it open now instead of like semi-closed or whatever you call it. He's got tassels. That's interesting. That's kind of new, I guess. Unless I'm mistaken. Boots are a little different. He's got the thigh straps, of course, belt straps on the thigh. Yeah. It's like kind of subtle, but not really. Still different enough to be like it is Archer, but this is Honkai Archer. So, and then his case when it comes to what class he is, if we can go back, he is a quantum unit in the Hunt class, which means he will be a single target attacking unit. And when it comes to Archer is going to be the free unit. So when you log in, you'll be free. You'll be able to get him right then and there. So that's nice. But when it comes to Saber, she is likely going to be the one you have to pull for with your Jades and all that stuff, gems, whatever. So this will be all happening during July 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they can obtain. Yeah, of course, it says Saber and Archer during the event. The collaboration warp will be available over a long period of time. Whatever that means, right? Could be a month, could be 2 months, could be a month and a half, or who knows? Or even longer than that. I don't know. But here's the kicker right here. Here's the little little disclaimer right here that a lot of people have caught on up to this point. It says the accumulative warp count for this collaboration warp is calculated independently of other warp types. Please stay tuned for future official updates, blah blah blah, or announcements, blah blah blah. So you unfortunately cannot build pity from like different banners and then go to here thinking, oh, I already only have this much pity to go through and get the character there.
And they thought of it.
Yeah, they can't cheat the system here. Yeah, unfortunate. But it does say, yeah, it's over for a long period of time, but that the thing is like, how long is that, right? It says when it comes to Archer, after July 11th until 3.6 ends, Trailblazers can log into the game to claim the limited 5-star collaboration character Archer Hunt Quantum for free. All right. And then more on the description of stuff. It says, in the Planet of Dreams, compete to gain the Holy Grail, which can realize all dreams, and summon historical celebrities as servants. The first Pentaconian Holy Grail War is about to begin, and the Trailblazer will be player. And it says here, the Fate Stay Night event begins July 11th. Summon heroic spirits, use command seals, wield noble phantasms, and try different classes to win strategic battles, whatever that means. But yeah, that's the basic gist of it. It is happening, guys. The collaboration is coming soon-ish. And one thing to also note, that the original concept artist is indeed Takeuchi, which is, you know, the artist for Fate stuff. And also the supervisor for the story is none other than Kinoko Nasu. Nasu is the OG Fate story guy who wrote all those visual novels and stuff like that.
Yeah. So you know the big hitters from Fate is going like, hey, you fuck up our characters. We're gonna let the world know.
yeah, with an iron fist, right? Yeah. And for those who know or play the game, it says Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail. So what does that mean? If you haven't got this description already, we're gonna go back to Pentaconi, because that's the world of dreams. Basically, Pentaconi is a planet where they have this big ass hotel, and in that hotel you can kind of like go into your dreams. Well, it's essentially kind of like a virtual reality type of thing, because everyone's in that same one dream, but they kind of like do whatever they want. They're like, you know, it's a way for them to relax. They can like, you know, kind of like kind of go beyond let's say like, you know how like when you're sick or you have like some sort of illness or you're handicapped, you can't do anything in the real world, but in the world of dreams you can surpass that. So that's why there's a sort of that incentive there, including certain characters. So that's the appeal of Pentaconi, the planet. And that's also, I guess, the time when we go back to Pentaconi and find out about all the gaps in the story, because previously in one of the live streams for Star Rail, they were like, oh, we're going to give you more story on Pentaconi, blah, blah, blah. So I guess this is also part of that too. See, correct me if I'm wrong, Zawa. I remember us talking about this. I thought that they were actually going to go to like an actual exclusive planet that encapsulates, you know, the whole Fate series in a way, like Fate Stay Night.
Yeah, because the trailer made it seem like they had, I forget who was the one that just appeared on the, I think it was Archer, right?
Yeah, the voice was Archer, yes.
Sure. So it was like either they were not pirates, but you know, like they just not hijacked the. They just said, "Hey, I'm just gonna get onto this fucking train that's just passing by."
Yeah, because Archer, you're right. Yeah, I'm glad you remember that. It was Archer who entered the train, voice wise, yeah. But he enters the train. They're like, "Hey, who the fuck are you?" Yeah, like, and all that stuff. So I'm a little confused. Like, I wonder if these people, right, are real or not, because it sounds like from what was it here, right, and other descriptions that Saber at least will maybe not be real or maybe only be in the dreams. But Archer, I don't know. Maybe Archer is real. I don't know. But yeah, there's some initial disappointment right now because we don't see Emiya, Shiro, nor Tosaka Rin. You know, their masters. And anyone else for that matter. No Gilgamesh, no Lancer, no nothing. You know, right? No one else. I hope at least they make an appearance in the story or something as NPCs at least. But yeah, in terms of actual playable units, yeah, it's just gonna be Archer and Saber from what it looks like. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. All right, so any other comments thus far for Fate?
What Fate wise in this collaboration?
Yeah.
I wonder what servants were considered and which one, and who got, obviously
Who got the
chopping block.
Yeah, who got the boot?
I mean, obviously, they didn't have enough money or enough
Time, maybe.
Negotiation powers to have Gilgamesh to show up into this game. Or probably he is somewhere in the universe, and they're like, "My Lord Gilgamesh, here, look, they're inviting you." Meh.
Yeah.
It's like, but Saber and Archer, what are those are mongrels? So let the mongrels stay with them, be together. It's like Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So here's the video. It's only available on Twitter for right now, but let's just play it.
この明かりは星の希望。地を照らす命の証。見るがいい。X カイバー
Yeah, looks really good, right? Yep.
Excalibur. And you just see someone like walking by. He's like, "What was that? Was that it?"
But yeah. No, Saber looks really good. Like when she's moving, like animation wise and all that stuff. All the effects and everything. Like holy shit. Like they even got her like expression right. All that stuff. Damn.
You can also tell that if your phone is old, it's actually gonna.
Oh, it's gonna
after showing you.
It's actually gonna get Excalibured.
No, your phone can actually turn into Excalibur and you just go like that.
Oh yeah. But it'll just burn up. It'll burn up and just evaporate. So I actually took some screenshots. If I can scroll down. Oh yeah. So yeah, you see her face. This stuff too. And then yeah, of course this stuff as well. Yeah, this part though, she looks really good. Hopefully her voice lines will be done right too. Right. Yeah, I mean, I remember, man. I remember the days when we were starting to watch Fate. I forget the sort of like what started it all. I guess it's just like, yeah, because we had certain people I used to like hang out in the Discord, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, why don't we watch this? Right? Give this a whirl." Yeah, and I think that's just as simple as that. I don't think there's really else happening with that, other than like, "Oh yeah, I heard about this. Let's watch it." And then we then started to play Grand Order, right? Created Grand Order. That's a whole nother story of itself. And then yeah. I forget when you started. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like after us or whatever.
Well, for Fate Go, it was during, I guess, the release of Jack the Ripper.
Yeah. I think we also got into No, it was like right before, I think, Jack.
But for like Fate anime wise, I knew of it, but I watched it out of order, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I watched the anime when it had with Gilgamesh doing that lovely thing to a little girl. I started on that one. I didn't.
Oh wow! So you did. So you started on Unlimited Blade Works then?
Yeah.
Oh.
I went on Unlimited Blade Works. Then I went backwards. Then I went forward. And then I deviated to watch the other the Type Moon anime, which is actually a movie series. The Garden one.
Garden of Sinners? Yeah.
Which, people, if you're gonna watch that thing, I'm sorry. Your first viewing of it, you have to watch it from order of release. And then after you hit the end, you're gonna play which goes first, technically. Because there's a lot of I forget what kind of style it is. You know, like how the sequence of events are not in chronological order.
It's almost kind of like Pulp Fiction. Yeah.
So when your first viewing, watch it all like that. Watch from order of release, and then on your second watch through, now like place what event is actually the start.
Right. Well, anywho, there's a lot of Fate stuff. I still need to watch the what do you call Heaven's Field movies. I watched the first one. I haven't watched the other two. Right? There's two other movies.
There's two, yeah. Because I think I made you watch a certain part of one of the Fate movies.
Oh, that was like a Grand Order movie.
No, it was the Camelot movie.
Oh, Camelot, yeah, whatever. Yeah,
it was one of the Camelot movie because the fight scene between King Hassan and I forget which knight it was.
Oh, right. Yeah, one of those knights. Yeah, or the round table. Right. Yeah.
And then there's can never be evil. It's like, let me introduce her as a fucking lancer.
Yeah. And then there's whatchamacall? Oh yeah, of course there was a Carnival Phantasm. That's lovely.
What is Carnival Phantasm? It's fucking Gintama.
Basically,
it's Gintama.
Basically.
You're just there to have a good time.
Yeah. Of course, there's Fate Zero. That's another good one. I like that. Yeah.
The Babylon. I don't think you finished Babylon, did you?
I didn't even finish Babylon in the game.
Yeah. Like for you, I think you would enjoy how they made the fight sequence with Quetzalcoatl.
Right.
But Babylon, it made me kind of mad at the end, going like, if you could do this for Babylon, why can't you do it for the other rings?
Okay.
Because me personally, I would like to see America, the American ring, because Thomas Edison, but I do want to see the London one.
Yeah.
Because that was my introduction to Faco.
Right.
And I forget which ring had Nobunaga.
Oh, tell me, man. Shit.
Because I think Ring 2 was with Drake. With Captain Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Ring 3 was... What was Ring 3? I forget what Ring 3, but I know London was after that ring. Then 2 rings after that was America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the anime series that was called with Nero? Is it
the one on Netflix?
I think so.
Was that the Netflix one? Or was... It was... Nero was red, right?
Yes.
Like,
She's the red saber.
A pop... So pop something. It was like fucking
apocalyptic. Yeah, apocalyptica, or what do you call it? Yeah. There's it's not Autoroxia. I don't think they have done that one yet. Oh shit. There was also another one, and that one had Morty. I forget her full name. It was oh shit. It's been a long time.
Acropia Blue. No, Fate Acropia was with what's her name? Joan of Arc.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, Joan of Arc, and then there was
I think it was Fate Extra Last. Yeah, it was Fate. It was Netflix Fate Extra Last Encore.
Yes, that's what. Yes. This one. I watched the first part. I think I just fell off or something. And then
there was the case files.
Yeah, case files
with waiver.
Yeah, this
I'm sorry, low.
Yeah. Apocrypha.
This was a mess.
Apocrypha was a mess. It had some diamonds in the rough, but it was rough. Especially with the bass fucking sound effects. Oh my god, that shit was overused.
Trying to make SIGH like a good character, I was like, no.
Yeah, Semiramis was in here. What was the person I was thinking? Oh, Mordred, that's what it was. Mordred. That's right.
Oh, Keeters, right? It was
Keeters loved Mordred. Yes. I remember that. Achilles, yes. Karna. Atalanta.
Atalanta. William Shakespeare pretty much didn't do shit.
Yeah, he just talked a lot. Spartacus, yes.
Oh, yeah, Fran was...
Oh, yeah, I know.
Was sad.
I know. They got rid of her for, like, nothing. It's like, oh, what the fuck? There's Jack, of course.
Like at the end, Fran just wanted to have friends, and then...
Yeah. Astolfo, of course, yeah.
I still love when people was like, wow, this chick is beautiful. That's a dude.
Yeah, it's a dude, yeah. That's a dude. Yeah, even Jean didn't quite get that until
that one scene is like...
Yeah, Astolfo came out of the shower.
She's like, wait, do you have that? It's like, yes, I do.
Oh my god, why?
My virgin eyes. Is like, oh, shut the fuck up, Joan of Arc.
Yeah. And then there's like this random romance subplot thing with John and what's that homunculi's name?
Yeah, SIGH.
SIGH? Oh, was it just SIGH? Okay. Well, whatever, yeah.
It was SIGH because he took Siegfried's soul
heart.
essence.
Yeah, his heart, yeah. Well, no, well, Siegfried gave his heart because he's like dying or whatever. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, Sig and Jean had some sort of relationship for whatever reason. By the end of it, especially.
It's like, oh, they fucking. It's like, no, they're not. It's like, no, they're not.
Yeah, I don't know why Jean was like super in love with Sig, but whatever. Anyway, that's the Fate stuff that we know, at least to some capacity. So yeah, once upon a time we did go in on Grand Order, and boy did we go in, especially during summer. My goodness. But yeah, now it's here for
summer. The first time we saw each other at Evo.
2019.
Pulling fucking summer banner.
Right.
Which was fucking like you were with Seth, like, either watching like a game, or you guys were playing it like off to the side.
Yeah, it was kind of like back and forth. Yeah.
And all you heard was the summoning noise, and you just looked up going like, really?
Right.
And all you saw was my phone in Ender's hand, and you're like, really?
Yes. Yeah, those were the times, man. Shit, those were the times before COVID hit, all that stuff. By the way, it is here. It is revealed. More stuff came out for it, and yeah, we have a good idea what's going on at this point. We're going back to Penacony. I it's kind of disappointing. Yeah, and you know, if you didn't believe it already, these characters behind Saber are introduced in Penacony. Because I think that's Boot Hill over there, and then that's Aventurine right there on the right, and then whatever else. Yeah. And then Archer, that's his Noble Phantasm going on. That's his reality bubble or marble, whatever you call it. Yep, she looks good. She's Saber. It is Saber, and that's Archer. That's all I can say. All right. There was one other thing though, Honkai related. So this was also revealed. Willis, the Fate collaboration also being revealed. So what we're looking at is this is a character from Third Impact, or Impact Third, excuse me. This is Kiana. She's like the main character essentially for the game. So you can get her by default. But then you have these like Pokemon like creatures. I'll just let it play out. Fuck it. That's Blade from Star Rail. So all we know that this is a brand new game within the Honkai series, but it's essentially going to be called Nexus Anima. And what this is going to be is a live service or free-to-play Pokemon type of game. How much is it going to be like Pokemon? I don't know. I imagine you'll play like Pokemon. What was it? That was that mobile game called Masters or something? Pokemon Masters. I think that was. I played that one for a short while and then I just fell off. So it'll play kind of like Pokemon Masters because each Pokemon trainer only has one Pokemon with them. That's like their, that's like their main Pokemon, their main. Of course, there's several versions of that same Pokemon trainer, kind of like Fate Grand Order and such. Fire Emblem Heroes. So I imagine they might do the same thing here. Like they'll have like different versions of whatever, with different like creatures and all that stuff. These Pokemon, whatever, like these creatures, are completely original, so they're brand new to me. But again, this guy is from Star Rail. He is a part of the Stellar Run Hunters, blah blah blah. He's essentially immortal, and for some reason he's constantly looking for ways to end his life. for whatever reason. But he's like a curse almost. He has an immortality curse. And the way he works in the game though is whenever he loses HP, he gets stronger. So, which did work in the past, but then he got power crept like real bad at one point, especially by someone like Firefly, who is still very powerful. So yep, that's also coming. Some people are kind of like, damn, another new game, because you know, like, why not try to fix up the other games you got? But Hoyo has been making Hoyo has been making games for a pretty good long time at this point, including Impact Third. There's even still, like, they announced like a complete makeover for Impact Third. Like essentially it's going to be called Impact Third 2 or something like that. It's weird. They like announced that like years ago. I don't know what that's been, but yeah. They did hint this way back when. But yeah, it's essentially going to be called Nexus Anima. So yeah. So that's that. When I first saw her, I was like, "Oh shit, are they going to put her in Star Rail?" But nah. It's going to be like a Hoyo crossover-esque game. So all the Hoyo characters are going to come together. So that's cool. I'll probably fuck with it for a little bit, and I'll just whatever, you know, see where that goes. All right. At that point, that's it for that stuff. We can now talk about the rest of the games for a little bit at least. So let's go into the games part of the news. Let me go ahead and hit this. Oh, there you go. That was super delayed. That was weird.
I was like, yeah, crank that shit up.
Yeah. All right. Another bombshell, depending on who you are, especially if you care for GTA 6 or GTA in general. What do you know? It got delayed to pretty much next year. That's quite a wait. May 26th of 2026. That's a very specific date. So that's like technically like over a year, right? Because it's like over a year and like plus what, 3 weeks or something. That's quite a big chunk in it, ain't it? Thoughts? What are your comments about this? Anything?
Oh no, what a nightmare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I figured this would happen, like some sort of delay, but I actually did not think it would be a whole ass year. You know? I thought it'd be like a whole season, like 4 months or 3 to 4 months ish. But a whole fucking year and even plus a couple more weeks, damn, that's a wait. But hey, I'm not like, I want to play GTA 6 now, you know. What the fuck?
I want to see the Boo Bears.
Yeah.
I want to twerk on a car.
Me and the boys when GTA 6 releases, it's just a whole bunch of like old people with headsets. Oh my goodness. What a time, what a time.
Yep.
Yes. I'm sure though there are a number of people that are mad, whatever, it is what it is. I get it, but dude, there's a Switch 2, man. Like that's enough for me, honestly. So I think seeing this is kind of a blessing, especially if, let's say, like the quality is like still not entirely there, you know. They did put out a statement, but it's just a bunch of like typical wording, like, oh, you know, we want to make sure the quality is up to your standards, whatever, that type of stuff.
It's like, whose standards?
Right. whose standards exactly. But anyway, that's that pretty much. So there's a statement right there from Rockstar Games. Right. If it can load. Right there. Plain old black background, white text. Right here. Bit of a trivia relating to this. Longest development period for a video game. This is from Guinness World Records, by the way, from the actual official one, so I'll just actually follow that. 14 years and 43 days is the longest period. And that actually goes to Duke Nukem Forever. Do you remember this? Did you recall Duke Nukem Forever?
Yeah, I recall the Ancient Tales, the game that was in development hell.
Yes, very long time. This was announced
And
from
then when it got released, it fell really flat.
Oh yeah, it was hot garbage. Yeah, this was announced back in April 28, 1997. And then it was released by June 2011. That's crazy, dude. 2011. That's like a whole that's a whole generation. That's crazy. Yeah, because every 15 years is a new generation. That's crazy, dude. So they missed a mark by like they missed a whole generation. all the people who liked Duke Nukem moved on pretty much. Essentially what happened. And yeah, the game sucked. Unfortunately. And then you even have Domino's Pizza of all people, or of all companies, kind of dogpiling on this bandwagon here of teasing or memeing on the delay. It says, "Call us if you need help delivering." That's funny. And that one got 36K likes and all that stuff. And apparently somebody put up this picture of the pizza. It's like, look, if you look at the crust, it's like very uneven. The what do you call it? Like the sauce and pizza, or the sauce and cheese ratio and all that stuff is like off to the left.
Okay. This is gonna sound weird.
Uh-huh.
I'll still eat that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'll fucking still eat that.
Yeah.
But the question is, will I eat the side that has, the normal looking pizza slice, or do I want like more
crust? Yeah. I think the majority would say less crust. I like some crust, but yeah, I think that's a bit much.
Now, you'll get me to eat the part that has more crust if it was stuffed.
Ah, yeah. See, that's the...
Yeah, I'll be like poking it, and then if I see something squirt out, I'll be like, "Winner!"
Yeah. Yeah, see, if it was a stuffed crust pizza, then maybe it might be a little different, but I don't think that's just a regular hand tossed pizza, man. But it just looks so funny from the top down or whatever. It's just like it's very obvious.
Yep.
Though, see, like, I want to say that's legitimate, but someone just could have taken like a random pizza picture and just like be like, "Oh, this is my pizza," what the fuck, man. But Domino's was like, "Hey, yeah, DM us if there's a concern we can help with or whatever."
Yep.
Anyway, so that happened. Meanwhile, we have another gacha game coming in sooner than, or closing in on the release date, excuse me. And that is Uma Musume. I did talk about this here and there in the past, but now we have a date. It is coming June 26th Pre-registration started not too long ago. It says April 28th. You can get this on Android, Apple, or whatever, iPhone, iOS, and then Steam, which that's what I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna play on my PC, but hopefully I can like hop between iOS and Steam. That'd be kind of cool. Which probably could be possible because hopefully SIGH Games will have like a that one account, you know. Yeah, kind of like with how Hoyo does it. So I think they should be able to do that. So yep, Uma Musume, there it is a game where you kind of like pull for different versions of that one character. So like there's multiple versions of this on the left. This one's a Tokai Teo. Special Week in the middle. I'm sure there's different versions of her. Silent Suzuka. Different versions, blah blah blah. And the rest of them, so same thing. There's no like teams, no team comps. It's really a matter of like how you grow your stats and stuff like that, and how you train them, all that stuff. I don't know if there's like artifact system or armor pieces sort of system. I could be wrong. I have no idea. So, pretty excited because, you know, the anime is pretty good. I like the anime series, but it is a mobile game for the most part. But they do have like a pretty decent lineup of anime now up to this point. They did release their newest one recently, which I would really like to take a look at that one because the animation just been improving a lot. Pretty crazy of how big it is in Japan. And like I said before, horse racing is actually like pretty big in Japan. More ways than one. And again, these girls are all actually based off of real horses, real racing horses. Special Week, Tokai Teo, Silent Suzuka are all real names from those horses. Stuff like that. All right, so that's pretty much that. So I don't know how they're gonna do like pity system or something like that. I have no idea. We'll see. I mean, it's like a month, pretty much like 2 months or no, not 2 months, month and a half away from release, so it'll be here soon enough. I already wishlisted on Steam, so that's all we can do. Yep. So that is that.
I hope, like, for the game, like the summoning system, you have a guy. I forgot where, if it's Family Guy or another TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a good one. I'll pet you on the head and feed you by the hand. That's how you summon them. You like this food? I pet you by the head and feed you by the hand even more. And that's how you get your S rank. And it's like,
oh my god, that'd be so funny.
It's so funny. Yet everyone be like, "What the fuck is this?" It's like, you don't know.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
So promotion is pretty big. In fact, they're actually SIGH Games is actually sponsoring the Kentucky Derby horse race to promote their game. So actually kind of funny. Yeah, so it says it's about collecting, training, and racing anime horse girls. So the premise just sounds really funny. Yeah, that's one of the tracks from Uma Musume. There's also one thing that's they haven't mentioned here is that you also have like a bit of an idol game, like idol girls game built into it too, which is I say one of the weirdest parts, but whatever. Just want to I don't know, make them more cute, I guess. Whatever. So there's that. It's like I don't even call it a mini game. It's like it's part of the game. It's very strange, but it is there. So if you're into that sort of stuff, like training and watching anime girls do their thing, yeah, it's like an idle game too, because you're not really like controlling them. It's kind of like this is kind of like a weird like a very not weird, but whatever. It's kind of like Tamagotchi. You're like feeding them, kind of like you're training them, like Digimon too, like kind of like that too, like a virtual pets type of thing. Kind of like sort of that umbrella. So once you collect them, you train them, you race them, see if they're, need to continue to grow them or not, whatever, that type of thing. All right. So that's that for the most part. Any comments on Uma Musume?
Good luck on your pulls.
Yeah, right. Yeah, again, I'm sure there's gonna be like some sort of like summer event with these these characters. I'm sure. But yeah, luckily you don't have to like essentially like, oh, if because I pull for a special week, I have to pull for a Tokai Tail. No, you don't have to do that. Like doesn't but I'm sure they'll be like, oh, I want every version of Tokai Tail, for example. Then yeah, that's where the FOMO can come in, but I'll try to play it more casually. We'll see. It's like a AFK kind of game too. Yeah, that's another word for it. Are you familiar with AFK Arena?
Yeah, I saw my friend play it, and I'm like, the fuck is this?
Right. That's what it is, right? AFK type of mobile game. Like you just literally play this while you sit on the toilet and do your business, or I don't know, that type of game. But anyways, speaking of gacha, we have the revenue report of the monthly top 15 monthly report for April. And look who's first. Look at that. By a pretty good long shot too. It says 102 million, almost 103 million. And previously, Love and Deep Space combined, of course, was number one, I believe, or I think number two. But it was above the Hoyo games at 80 million. And then Pokemon, Pokemon TCG Pocket was top, I think, right? I think it was. So, oh yeah, but look at that. Naruto is up there this time by 4 places. Jesus Christ. Wuthering Waves went up a little bit. I know they released like some like woman with horns or something, like kind of like one of those like girl bosses type of boss girl type of characters. Genshin is went down by 3. It's kind of a dead period, so it's makes sense. Zenless Zone Zero though, it went up. It went up by 4, but it's not like breaking top 5. Yeah, but it's all right. Yeah,
it's climbing. Yeah, it's climbing.
Yeah, it's climbing. I think what it is though is that everyone's trying to save up for Yishuan. That's why it's like not shooting up by like a whole lot. But Vivian is like, a pretty good unit to have, I think. Not super hard to use either. You just have to make sure you have the bloom feathers or whatever you call it. But look at Arc Knights. Shot up by 6. Jesus Christ. With 18 million right there. Fate Grand Order still hanging in there with the cleaning up by 1. In a way. They made almost yeah. They made almost the same amount.
They almost broke even.
Yeah. And then the rest of it's kind of like, yeah. Battle Cats, interesting. Cookie Run, I know there's that game. Nikkei still kind of hanging in there, making a decent amount of money. Puzzles and Dragons still there. Summoner's War, damn,
Still
man.
alive.
Still alive, yeah. Jesus. But Honkai Star Rail does make sense because Castress is fucking ridiculous. There's this unit that's essentially kind of like death. She's a goddess of death, referencing to like Hades and whoever the, it's like, oh yeah, I guess Pluto, but also whoever's like the Titan that's associated with death. I forget, but like pretty much like that. She's very powerful, ridiculous. She's very cool too. So a lot of people dropped in some money, including myself. And this was the anniversary period, so that's why they got a lot of money, because like it had like a lot of the little like, oh, if you buy this for $1, you get this amount, you know, that sort of deal. So that happened. But I'm still surprised Love and Deep Space is still like number 2 after all that. Like what? Such a like anomaly, right? Because you know there's all these like waifu games in the top 10 for the most part, but then you have Love and Deep Space, the one. Well, I guess you could say Naruto isn't really like that. Pokemon, whatever. Love and Deep Space is like males, right? Bunch of dudes. Sheesh, man. Who would have thought? You have you seen some footage of Love and Deep Space?
It's damn. This is a game where you make the levels. Like in my recent convention, mostly every single Artist Alley booth had like a big ass section for that game. And it was only, and most of the merchandise was for stylists who I learned, because you know I was asking like my friends and boyfriends like who the fuck is this, like why is everyone like attracted to this? Oh, well, see, we're not supposed to like him. It's like, why? He's a cultist. You know, that doesn't mean shit to people that, you know, are into that, right?
Yeah, people are into like fucking yanderes and fucking like the psychotic ones. They're like,
so I'm like, so what does he do? He's sexy. It's like, I know he's sexy. What does he do? He makes you feel like you're, well, because you're a girl character.
Yeah.
You know, you play as a girl.
Yeah.
He makes you feel like you're the world. You're not getting the question I'm asking. You're just saying shit that, you know, a cultist would do. What does he do? He fucks you. Ah, there we go. Thank you. We got to the point of this story.
Yeah. Oh man. What a game to like kind of like ripple the competition, right? Because you would think it'd be the waifu games that would be like dominating, but you have the one male oriented game, right? With a bunch of husbandos, right? Taking number 2 still. Yeah.
Which again, like some people was like, why aren't you playing this game, so I'm like, I don't fucking care.
Okay,
it's
so
like, yeah, I would like to romance this, but
if Love and Deep Space, if Love and Deep Space include like the more outer worldly male characters, would you consider it?
Well, see, it's not only how they're, designed or drawn or stuff. I do. It has to also, and I'm fucking not old school. I'm a simple man. If your
Okay.
personality, hits my buttons, I will vote.
Fair, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, though that doesn't really stand true because there are some characters they're like bar as fuck, and it's like, wow, you have the most shitty ass personality, but damn your body.
Right.
And that it'll be like that one, like that. Okay, you know what? One night stand. One night stand. One night stand.
Oh man, it's funny. Okay, but all right. I kind of get where you're coming from. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like they would have to make the game a little more interesting too, and I don't know how they present their stories or whatever. So who knows?
It's like from what I've seen, they presented it like in chapters, and then there's those special chapters, and that's your gotcha.
Ah, okay.
To unlock.
Right. I wonder, like, what would be the incentive to get duplicates of those characters, right? Like, you know how, like, you and I both know, like, when you get duplicates of each character in ZZZ, you unlock more of their, like their extra, like, stats and whatever, right? They get a little more helping, right? When it comes to Love and Deep Space, though, what does that do? Like what? Like, that doesn't make their, I don't know, their assets bigger or something? like what does that do?
It's more like I think it's like you unlock, as I said, those special chapters or different outfits for them to wear.
Oh, maybe, huh?
And then, because I know there's like a very revealing outfit, and it's like the S rank, and it's like, Jesus Christ, no wonder.
Yeah. What's like? I want to know what's like the flow of the game. Like, what's like the routine you go through Love and Deep Space? Kind of like with like Infinite Nikki as well. Like, Infinite Nikki is kind of like a little bit like Love and Deep Space in a sense. Obviously, though, you are dealing with females, but it's more built like a live service Barbie type of game where you can like dress up your girls or whatever, like that type of stuff. I think you also like tidy up the place and make it look more pretty and stuff. So maybe it works like that in Love and Deep Space. Like, you like dress up your male, your husbandos, and like enhance your, I don't know how you read your stories or something like that. How the story goes. Like, are there like extra effects or like, oh, I don't know, extra dialogue or something like that, like more moaning. I have no idea, man. I'm just throwing it out there, man. All right. Well, anyways, Love and Deep Space, quite the anomaly, but still holding strong at number 2 for being a husbando game. No, mind you, it is combined. Yeah. And then everything else seems, either combined, global, or some of them, Naruto is the only like Chinese game that's up here, I guess. Interesting. Alrighty, so, but you remember, this is top 15. Just because you don't see your game doesn't mean it's doing horrible or anything like that. There's a lot of mobile games out there today. Yeah, I remember that. And which means these 15 games are pretty insane amongst the market. pretty insane. Though I do feel Zenless Zone will get its like upsurge next time. Especially by June, because May should be just Hugo, right? For the most part. So I imagine it'll still like go down a little bit. Oh no, actually no. It'll start to go down because it went up last time. Yeah, because of course it gained 6 million. I imagine that will slow down a little bit because of Hugo. You know, because I feel like it's the waifus here are no exception, so they get more cash. So by the time 2.0 comes out, though, yeah, that's when it'll like shoot up like no tomorrow. Especially when it's Yishuan. When it comes to Genshin, I feel like right now Genshin is kind of like in that dry phase. There's nothing much going on. I think they're saving up for Escoffier and Skirk. Skirk is like another big unit that's coming in. Escoffier will help out Skirk, so that's why it's gonna be a nightmare. So if you want to get Skirk, you have incentive to get Escoffier, which both are 5 stars. Take that as you will. All right. So I feel like both Genshin and ZZZ will come back up again. But then Star Rail, that's another thing too. It's gonna be pretty brutal. All right. What time do we have here? Let's get these ones out of the way, these two, and then we'll save up this for next time, because that's not really a topic that we really need to talk about. We can always hold it off. Movie time. So let's go ahead and hit this. Movie time. All right. So well, there's no Godzilla this time. I don't think anyway. There is though the arcade racing series, Outrun. I guess getting some sort of movie adaptation, and it's slated to have Michael Bay and Sydney Sweeney attached to it. Are you familiar with Sydney Sweeney?
I think if you show me like their works, I'd be like, oh.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she was in Madam Web.
Yeah.
Madam Web.
Oh, she was one of the fucking girls that she was trying to save.
Oh.
Poor dear. Poor dear.
Oh. Oh. Dang. Okay, wow. A lot of movies I don't really like pay attention to. Oh, she was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Oh, was she? Oh, was she? Oh, was she the girl with the feet and the armpit? Oh, oh my gosh, I think that's her. Let me see.
Are you the girl with the feet and the armpit?
Yeah, that's such a.
Are you just pointing the microphone at her?
I know.
Are you she?
I think she is, but let me confirm that. Oh, is that her? Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, she was the girl in the house of the Mansons family. Okay. I think I see it now. Yeah, she just made an appearance in the house, and that's about it. She was not one of the girls or the family members that went into the main character's house, and they got fucked up by the end. Spoilers, but yeah. But you have to see it for yourself to see how that happened. Anyway, okay. So she made a small appearance in Once Upon a Time. All right, and Michael Bay, big name, big director, all that stuff. But but back onto here is like, why Outrun? It's gonna be just like Need for Speed the movie. Remember that with Aaron Paul?
Jesus.
Remember that shit?
Yeah.
It's kind of pointless. Like it's like what? Why Outrun? Why not put that budget into like a Sonic spin-off? Like what? I don't get it.
We are smart.
We are smart. Yeah, I guess. It's just gonna be like just a movie with cars in it. Like, okay, that's kind of cool, but like, how is that gonna stand out from the rest? So weird. And what's the plot gonna be like? Like what? You're gonna have like a robbery or something? Like, like a bank heist? Or just a race? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Any other comments for an Outrun movie?
But why? Pretty much, but why?
Yeah, exactly. Well, have you ever played Outrun in your whole life?
Only like once.
I played it a couple of times in the arcade, but yeah, when it comes to home consoles, not so much. But some dabbles here and there in the arcade though. But I played other games like it though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Speaking of movie adaptations that are fucking weird and unnecessary, Toys R Us is getting a live-action film from Story Kitchen, one of the teams behind the Sonic Hedgehog films. It will be a journey as boundless as play itself, evoking the electric sense of wonder that is the essence of Toys R Us. Oh my goodness. What a description. What a statement from Variety. Yeah, yeah. What the fuck is it gonna be about? It's a fucking store, like a toy store. Oh my goodness. Yeah, what do you make of that, brother? A Toys R Us? Yeah. Why? Like, what kind of movie? Is it like a horror movie? Like Five Nights at Freddy's type of shit? Or just like a wholesome, like, I don't know, movie about, I don't know, just like I would get it if it's just about Jeff or whatever the name of the giraffe was, and they have like a completely original story to it. Still weird, but all right, I can get behind that.
Watch it turns in. It's a horror movie.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's been the trend.
It's a horror movie, or it's a romantic comedy. Like
Oh God.
What was that movie? It had a fucking Dane Cook.
Dane Cook.
And it had that it was like not a department store, but like Sam's and Costco. Employee of the month. Holy.
Oh. Dang, I was about to look it up too. Shit. Maybe like that. Man, that's weird. Even then, that's so weird.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Wait. What if it's somehow connected with Outrun? And the story is that the drivers steal from the Toys R Us and they make a run for it.
Oh, they try to pull a Fast and Furious.
Yeah, but kind of Fast and Furious, like a bank heist, but with Toys R Us heist.
Yeah.
You gotta outrun the police. Oh man, that'd be funny. Yeah, just completely unnecessary, like weird choices for these movies to adapt from, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say beyond what I've already said, brother. But anyway, that's that. For this episode of the Hypecast.
Yep.
So that's all we got. We'll be back next week. We'll be returning to our regular schedule for the time being. Until like what, the end of the month, right? 'Cause you said you have something going on.
So, my friend's still figuring out what day he wants to make his party.
Okay. Gotcha.
But it is gonna be a Saturday, but we don't know which Saturday.
Okay, gotcha. So we'll do our little break once again, but yeah, it'll be probably around during that time. We'll make that our break of the month. So, but anyways, that's it for that. We had a lot to catch up on, but we did it, and we'd like to thank you all for tuning in. So we will be back, and until then, we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye bye. Fuck, what's this sound effect? There you go. There you go.
Like, bye bye. Fuck, where is it?
Exactly.